Good morning. Hello, beautiful butterflies. Good morning. How are you? I'm sweaty. I've been looking for a place to sit down without people, and it was pretty intense because there are people everywhere. But I found a place now. How are you, beautiful? Good morning, good morning. I'm going to prepare some music and Palo Santo. Am I? Oh, good. Yeah, I had a very good night's sleep, to be honest. Very deep sleep. I feel recharged. Hello, hello. Good morning. What is my Palo Santo? What did I put it in here? Surprising? Why? Why surprise? Surprised? What, are you surprised that I'm good? It shouldn't surprise you. Oh, hello. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I'm gonna put some music in a sec. We do a little session of breathing, okay? I just need to burn some Palo Santo. How are you? My hair is mad. Like, I never do much to my hair. They're just wild. I cannot really do much because they don't obey anyway. Let me enchant this space. It's so lovely that I found this little corner. I'm literally inside a bush, basically. It's just the only place I could find. Like, I don't like people around, like, and I was looking in the park and I couldn't find any bench, and I was like, well, I'm gonna go inside the bush. Yeah, I'm inside the park. You see, I found this little entrance, and over there are people, but in this little piece I'm like by myself. How are you feeling anyway? All of you, are you ready to do some breathing exercise? Yeah, that's why I want to move to Scotland, girl. That's why I want to move to Scotland. Mostly I want to move, yeah, into the forest somehow. It will happen because the matrix and city and society will be fucked up really soon. Already they are talking about the new lockdown that is gonna happen probably in December or something like that. They will invent a new variant and we are gonna go in lockdown again. So I just thought to myself, why can I not go in a lockdown in the forest? Oh, it's raining there. No, here is sunshine. That's why I like the south of England, because it's sunshine. Right, let me put a little bit of music. Did I bring my speakers? Oh, fuck. No, I did not. I did not bring them. Oh my god, my brain. Okay, never mind. We're gonna use the sound of nature. What is toxic? Sunshine in Germany, good. Even here, I'm so happy that there is sun in here. UK is not usually the most sunshine place to go, let's say. Yeah, the city become really toxic, and everything is based in consumerism. Everything is based of the city are designed for you to spend money. um, I just think that we need to get away from consumerism, get away from this mentality. It's not everything about money. Ah, good morning. Hello, hello. Yeah, I'm in England at the moment, but I'm Italian. No worry. Oh, Portugal. Portugal must be quite beautiful. So, shall we do some breathing exercise? Who is up for it? To fix our mental state. Oh, good morning. Ciao, bella, ciao. Ciao, bella, ciao, bella, ciao, ciao, ciao. Oh, partigiano, portami via. I can teach you some Italian song if you like. Sophia Loren. Oh, yeah, she was a cool woman. She was a very, very cool woman. Quite powerful. Oh, come on, Palo Santo, can you just stick on the floor for me? Yeah, okay. Tonight I will be live for sure, 100%. Finally, I've got one night free, thank God. So tonight I'm gonna put you to bed with the candle and everything. But for this morning, we're just gonna do some breathing exercise. You have Palo Santo, yes, use it. Turn it on right now. I've been consuming the stick in like 5 minutes that I'm here. It changes the energy, it changes the feelings around, it cleans the energy. So it's good for you to have it on. Palo Santo or sage, one of the two. Are you ready to inhale with me? I've got insects and stuff around me. So let's breathe together, okay? So 3, 2, 1, inhale with me. Hold it in and then exhale. In and out. Visualize the thought and negativity just being exhaled through your mouth, okay? So in, hold it in and release. Better. There are so many people that are even trying to come inside my bush. This is my bush. You can feel the energy. I starting to move around your body. Inhale again and exhale. Keep inhaling and exhaling. You can hear the sound of the birds at least, and we let our mind calming down. We let the thought just leaving our head and our negativity leave through our mouth. Can you feel the energy? We are connected through our feet to the ground, and through our crown chakra we connect to the sky, to the celestial beings. Inhale and exhale. Everything is how it's supposed to be. We go with the flow. We don't force nothing. We don't chase anything. We are just centered. And we repeat some affirmation. The first affirmation from our Ruth Chakra, which is at the base of our spine. You can say, I am connected. I am the mountain. You know, mountains, at the peak of the mountains, there are always clouds because the mountain is really high. But the clouds are not the mountain. And just because the clouds are around our heads, the clouds are the thought. And even though the thought or the clouds are meant to be around the mountain because the mountain is really high, we are not the clouds. We are not our thought, but we are the mountain. We are stable and grounded. We are like a tree. Tree cannot do much. The tree, it just is. Trees cannot complain. Trees cannot control. They cannot change things. Trees just are. And we can be that too sometimes. We associate our being with our thought, but we are not. We are not our thought, and we are not even our emotion. And the more we inhale and we exhale, do it with me. Inhale, exhale. you find that silence. You find yourself again in your breath, in your heart. You understand? So let's breathe in this gold dust and let's exhale. Visualize heaviness in your body going out of you, like evaporating, like fog. Imagine black dust leaving through your mouth when you exhale. And I say imagine because when you imagine, you are actually doing. We are actually magicians, we are actually alchemists. What we think, what we imagine, it's true. That's why what you think attract who you are. What are you thinking about most of the time of your day, you know? If you have like a CD that is blocked in in repeat, then we become that thought. We become that old CD that plays over and over and over and over and pa 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 pa. You attract what you think. So why not just become a tree once in a while? Inhale with me, my beautiful soul. Just inhale. Let me move negativity from you. Repeat with me, I am divine. I attract what I think. I remove all self-limiting beliefs. I remove thought process that no longer serve me. I want to feel my body talking, not my head. If you feel tingle or weird goosebumps, or just focus your attention in your body. We got a funny bird here. Can you hear it? I don't know where it is, but it's here. We got a bird that makes funny noise. Can you hear it? Like quack, 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 quack. I don't know if it's a chicken or a turkey or an actual bird, but yeah. Anyway, so if you visualize as well this shield that I'm gonna put on top of your head right now, just gonna drop it like that. You should feel it was a squirrel. Could be, yeah, could be, because they are full of squirrel. Maybe it was a squirrel. but I can't see it at the moment. So if you visualize this big shield of love around your field, you might even feel it because it's warm. Maybe he was telling me to go away. I am in his territory or something. Anyway, let's focus on this shield, okay? Inhale and exhale. You can feel it. The energy become more dense around you. Every breath you take, you become more centered and balanced. You feel the pull to the earth. Thank you for the roses, beautiful. Oh my God, the Jesus warrior are here today too. Inhale and exhale. Try and visualize the gold dust inside your nose, black dust exhaling through your mouth. You can feel a slightly tingle, or it's like a tiny vibration around your body. What are we grateful for today? What are the thoughts that we want to attract to us? When you worries, you will attract more worries, beautiful. If you chase, you will attract more chasing, beautiful. So what are your thoughts thinking? What can we attune it today? To what? So what do we choose to attract today? Every time you stress about work, you know those people that goes around and they're like, oh, they wake up in the morning and they're like, the weather is shit, my work is shit, I'm ill, this is not working, this is shit, this is shit. Every day, what do you think you're gonna attract into your life? If not exactly that, what you are thinking. And instead, why not be thought free? You know, when they say, if you don't have anything good to say, don't say anything. And it's the same for your thought. If you have only bad things to think about, then you're better off to shut it up. Shut up, shut up, shut it up in here. You know? Just, if you cannot control your mind, you have a monster that you cannot switch on and off in your own mind. That is the real demon. That is the real devil. Not the devil with horns that they taught you. The real devil is here, is inside your head, is inside of us. You cannot be able to control only one side of yourself. You need to control them both. So let me remove from your mind things that do not serve you today. Have session with me every morning. Every morning have a session with me. Every morning put one of my video on, or do it by yourself. How do you do that? Our brain is like a little robot that has been programmed for years. So all your life you woke up in the morning and your brain was like, quick, coffee, work, time, get change, fast. And we go like, whoa. This is not how divine beings behave. Mm-mm. We wake up and we breathe. We breathe and we demand silence. We breathe and we demand happiness. We breathe and we want to get excited. For the day after, for the same day. But our mind has been trained for so many years in working in a certain way, and we become like little robots that are trained to behave like robot machines. Are you a machine? No, you're not. So why are you acting like it? You are divine, and that's why I'm here. If I have to slap the spiritual shit out of you people, I will. And not only with love and kindness, sometimes. Everything that get in your mind and work like a CD, you have to ask yourself, why am I not in control of my CD? Why am I not in control of my playlist? You can choose your playlist. You can be your playlist. And the more is like is a spiral, is a vortex. That's why in my session, in my one-to-one session with people, I explain this metaphoric thing really carefully. So it's like you walk into the sea, okay? And there is a vortex in the sea. That vortex is the CD, is your old CDs, is all the worries that goes in circle. It's like, quick, get ready, wash your teeth, coffee, what time is it, I need to run, and then work, and then stress, blah, 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 blah. I wonder why you are all still alive. But anyway, so the metaphor is this. This is the sea, and you are on the shore, and you put your feet into the shore, and then there is the vortex here. Now, if you accidentally put the tip of your toe inside that vortex, you are fucked. End of the story. It's done. You got sucked in, and when you get sucked in, the thought, the mind is made on purpose for this. The mind is made on purpose to hook you, like, puh, ha ha ha. The mind does that. The mind is like, ha. First worry, it will create 5,000 others that will come. So you have to be aware in the morning when you wake up to say, I am sitting looking at the shore. I can see the vortex over there, because you are aware of all the trouble that you have already. You don't even have to start thinking about it, do you? You know already that there are a lot of thought that would love to come out. You know the content of the thought already. So you decide to sit at the shore and look at the vortex and look around as well, and look up as well, and look down as well, and left and right, before to jump into that vortex. Yeah, make sure you check my YouTube, and every morning, if you can do one of, as long as you can. I mean, it doesn't have to be, some of my videos are like 1 hour and a half, 2 hours. So I'm just saying, put it on, start to breathe as long as you can. Keep yourself out of the vortex. Keep yourself out of that sucking, energy sucking thought machine. All right? Because every thought that we make, every single thought that we make, suck energy out of you. So if you feel drained as well, you just have to think about, why do I feel drained? This is my energy that I have in here, all right? What am I spending it on? What am I spending this energy on? Every thought you make suck energy for you. So if you keep thinking about stuff that cannot change, stuff that just weight you down, then you will be depleted. Your energetic body will be depleted. You understand? And remember that anything that you are trying to manifest in life, no matter if it's money, a better version of you, or a better job, or to become self-employed, or whatever the fuck, like, ideas and creativity comes when the mind is silent. Ideas does not come to crowded mind. Michael Jackson who the best feeling about my love. Okay, never mind. Michael Jackson, there was a call that he did with his agent one morning. It was like 4 o'clock, and Michael Jackson picked up the phone and he was like, we need to get to the studio and record this song. And the manager was like, Michael, it's 4 o'clock in the morning, can we not do it tomorrow? And Michael Jackson answered, no, because if I don't get it, Prince will get it. What does that mean? What does that mean? Any one of you know why this happened? What did he meant by that? So what Michael Jackson meant, exactly, that was a download. He got a download, and if you don't act on the download, somebody else will get it. Creation most of the time is not ours. We are channeler of creation. Creation is not actually ours, really. We are connected to a big stream up there of consciousness, and we download information only when your mind is silent. You understand? So even for you, if you want to have a creative idea for your business, for your career, for you want to change something, you want to become a better person, or you want to attract different things, or you want to stop your anxiety, or whatever the heck you want to do, you need to understand that only when you silence your mind, things will start to happen. Things will adjust. And is in those moments that we receive the most profound revelation, the most profound epiphanies, the most profound haha moment. We get them when we are in silence in here. And especially remember that most of the people around you, so the people you work with, your friend, your family, your relationship, mm, yeah, but I have it too, Alicia, and believe me, it's possible. It's possible. All the people around you, in most of the time anyway, they do not want people to awaken. You understand? They don't want people to follow their highest good. And that is just how the world works. But you will have people going against you. When you're trying to find your peace of mind, you will find people that come and bring you drama, for example, or comes and put you down in some way. So you need to be strong in putting yourself first. You understand? I lost everyone. I had to leave. I had to leave my family. I had to leave half of my friends. I had to quit my job and dump my boyfriend. And then I blossom like a fucking flower, like a rose. um, and with them, I was dying. I was literally dying. And as soon as I got rid of everyone that was against my evolution, like a flower, I did poof. And I was like, oh, great. You see? It's not only about plans and dreams. It's about, you have to ask yourself, what people bring to the table. That is the biggest answer you need to ask yourself every day, every time you interact with someone. You need to ask, what do they bring to the table? Because I bring happiness, I bring excitement, I bring creativity, I empower people, I support people, I slap the spiritual shit out of them. And when people are in my presence, I demand that the stuff that has brought to the table, it's equal to what I do. Otherwise, that is the door. You understand? Whoever it is, doesn't matter who it is your mother, your father, your best friend, your co-worker, and you start to become a mirror to them. So once they couldn't realize that they were bringing shit to the table, I was like, okay, let me show you what you bring to the table. And I started to mirror them and watch how quickly they go back to sanity. Ah, buongiorno. Grazie. And they will go against you. Like most of my friend was laughing about my YouTube video, they're laughing about my TikTok, they're laughing about everything that I do. and they question and they want to give me their opinion, and their opinion is not welcome because it's not needed. You understand? What guilt? Oh my God, beautiful. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Adrian. Hello. Um, there is no guilt. Guilt is an illusion. Guilt of living an organized religion. Can you hear yourself while you type that? That does not exist in my reality. It can exist in yours if it makes you happy, not in mine. There is no guilt for choosing what I am. Like, what does it mean? Like, every time you do something, you do it. There is no guilt. Exactly. Anyway, thank you for the like and the share, and thank you for, can you tap the screen, all of you, a little bit? That will help. Thank you. But yeah, that's why the spiritual path, like, people think, there are all these fake gurus around. I don't even want to talk about it. I'm not a guru, I'm nothing. I am me. I had a lot of spiritual experiences, mystical experiences. I always see presence. I always had vision. Oh, by the way, I didn't tell you, I took mushrooms a few days ago. Oh my God. I'm just like, I never mind. I will tell you tonight. Tonight we're gonna talk about my mushroom experience. Jesus, it was like but anyway, so when I try to liberate my spirit, because this is what we are talking about, when you realize your worth and you realize what you deserve and what you don't deserve, you liberate your soul. You liberate your soul from situation and people that did not want your best, that mostly wanted to control you, to use you. And like, the more I became myself, the more I became authentic, the more people I lost, and the more people I was losing, the more I was finding myself, and the more I was finding myself, the more I was understanding how full I am. I am full. I am all whole. I always been. And everything I do, it has been to empower other people, because nobody empowered me. You understand? So that left a very big scar in my heart, and now I'm like, okay, I will do this for people, because I know that not many people do this in general. The Bible have a lot of good content, but has been manipulated, and there are deceiving truths in the Bible, unfortunately. But there are still many good teachings, but there are also a lot of manipulations, you understand? So being spiritual is not necessarily connected with religion as we think they are. Um, being spiritual means, first of all, understanding the spirit that is in you. That is the real that is how real religion starts, is understanding that you are a spiritual being. You understand? And as a spiritual being, you have an energy, and this energy get depleted easily, and get depleted easily from your own thought, from other people, from expectation, duty, responsibilities. So first we need to liberate ourselves, and then we can understand religion as it's meant to be. You get me? And our mind is like a little robot that has to be um, trained properly. Um, it's like imagine having a dog that you trained for many years to act in a certain way, and then all of a sudden one morning you wake up and you want to change it. The dog is like, well, you taught me that until now. So, oh, hello, look at that. She's going. Can you see it? Hello. What was I saying? I got lost again. What was I saying? I don't remember. Oh yeah, the mind, sorry. So in the morning when you wake up and you just become aware, just put one of my videos on YouTube, or simply just breathe and become aware of the fact that, oh fuck, my mind is gonna start soon. So better off be aware before it starts, and just breathe and be in the moment. You understand? The present moment, and the present moment is empty. There is nothing. There is nothing to look, nothing to think. There is just emptiness. And if you're not familiar with emptiness, you cannot stay in there because it's weird. You understand? So the emptiness in your mind become weird. Your own brain is a bloody demon in your head, and you cannot switch it on or off. You basically have a non-controllable entity inside your brain, and nobody taught us this. No school system, not religions. I mean, Buddhist practice that. Oh, you back? They keep flying near me. And even what really exists, this is the point. Like, oh yeah, I exorcise people. I'm a priestess, even though I look so cute. um, I do exorcism. People are afraid of me for some reason. But that is another story. Yeah. So what happened is, we do not know what happened when there is silence in our mind. What happened is, when our mind stays silent, our sense become way more aware, because now there are three senses, like hearing and feeling, that they're like, oh, there is not that TV entertaining us no more. There is not that CD going in playing over and over no more. And you start to be aware of things that you were not aware before. And one of those, oh, hello, Chris. And one of those, it's the energy body. So we have an energetic field all around us, and it can go up to 2 meters for people who are really powerful and people that cultivate this energy. Our energy can expand for 2 meters around. That's why when I walk, I can see my energetic field. It affects everything around me. And what happens is, you start to become aware of how your energetic field works. When your energetic field is strong and vibrant and is radiating, it's glowing, or your energetic field is switched off, it's 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 drained, it's dead. And you look at yourself in the mirror and you look like a little zombie. It's because you haven't trained and recognizing the level of your energy. You haven't paid attention to the field around you. You haven't understand the language that it talks, because we always listen to this language up here, and we don't understand how this language work. And this language work with how many hours did you sleep and how did you sleep? What food did you get? Did you do something for yourself? Did you self-love yourself? Did you take a bath? Did you went for a massage? Did you hair your hair done? Or did you sing today? Did you dance? Did you move? Did you know Shiva and the Shiva and the dance of life? Anyway, so that's it mostly. It's our it you become aware the more you switch off this, and the less you listen to these other things it that will come up. Other thing, you will start to realize different thing about your energy and how you work. And I know now my energy, I know it really well. I know when I'm full I can give to others because I'm full myself. But when I'm drained, I cannot be generous because I haven't got enough even for myself. You understand? That is another concept of often we fall into people pleasing because we don't realize how powerful the word no is. When I have a lot of energy, when I'm full, when I'm happy, I've got free time and I'm fully recharged and rest, I am giving. I come live, I help people, I give my energy away. But when I am not, I do not exist for anyone. I do not care. I need to take care of myself because nobody does that for me. Nobody. And it's me alone in a foreign country by myself. So you have to protect your energy too. You need to protect your boundaries. You need to protect, like, how do I feel today? Have I got enough for me? Cool. Have I got just enough for me? Cool. Then I will not do anything outside of that line because I've got just enough for me. Other days you wake up and you are super energetic and you are super powerful, and then I feel like, oh yes, I can do things for others today. I can come live and talk for 3 hours for no money because I've got energy for it. So once you start to understand your energy, you start to go in alignment with the things that you are supposed to do, because there are things that we are supposed to do. You understand? uh so this is how we get in alignment with who we are, is also understanding what our energy is meant to be. If you act in a chaotic way and you just give your energy away, like you everything has to go into a balance, but that balance can be created only when you silence your mind a little bit, and it's hard. Everything, no, when I'm full, everything and everyone around me is full. If I'm empty, so is everything else. That's interesting. Usually when I'm full, everyone want my energy. When I'm empty, everyone want my energy anyway. So, I don't know. Every one of us, I get work in a different way. But what I'm saying, brava, brava Roth, bravissima, bravissima. Yes, even listening, even just listening. I cannot if I don't have energy for myself, I do not have energy to listen to your problem. What you think? If I already haven't got energy for my problem, how in hell am I gonna have energy for your problem? And it's not that I'm becoming a bad friend if I say no. I'm protecting my energy to be a better friend. When I will be full of energy, I will come to you and I will listen to you and I will help you. But I need my time. I need to respect my energy. You get me? What about if your child? I know, I know. Child with disability can be quite. Yes, I'm Italian. Child with disability can be pretty drained, and that is a kind of responsibility that you cannot move from. So the I understand that, like, not everyone unfortunately have my freedom. I'm lucky because I'm single, I don't have children, I don't have everything, I don't have anything. Nothing, and I have a boyfriend, and I've got, I can, I'm free like a bird. But some of us have a responsibility, and that is when we have to become even stronger, and maybe trying to find a way uh, to maybe get external help, having somebody that takes some time, like babysitting, or a institution that can, like nursery or schools, or for you to take that energy because you need it. Oh, grazie. Thank you. But yeah, so of course in that case you will need some external support or some kind of help, but mostly it's switching off our mind and just connecting with the now. Connecting with this present moment is the only way to switch our mind off, understanding that empty, it's fine. Our mind sometimes is like, oh fuck, it's all silence, what does that mean? And like, chatter, but the truth is that silence and listening to your own breathing is already enough. I have 10 years old triplets and 12-year old boy I need to get rid of. um so I am a priestess and I exorcise people that has actually entities inside. Your children are just really energetic children. So the way to exercise children is to drain them out. So what I suggest to you is make them run and jump, like bring them to the swimming pool, karate, and then leave them in your garden with fucking uh, sticks and let them burn out. This is how children works, okay? They are not possessed. That is just a lot of energy. I'm just trying to take my energy. Yeah, exactly. We don't. Oh, mushrooms. Yeah. Oh my God, I took mushrooms a few nights ago. Okay, I'm gonna talk about a little bit now, and then I'm gonna carry on tonight. But it was amazing. I took those mushrooms with some friend, and we didn't do nothing. Like, we didn't drink any alcohol. We didn't even smoke cigarette. We didn't smoke nothing. It was just mushrooms. And it was so funny. I got a little bit of nausea because mushroom works by creating toxicity in your body, and then you have the vision. But so I had a bit of nausea. I was sitting there like doing, oh my God, oh my God, I don't want to vomit, I don't want to vomit now, I don't want to vomit now. But I was like, please just stay with me. And then after a while, I was gone. And then when it left, when that nausea symptom left, my mind just went like poof, poof, poof. I saw blue butterfly made of flame, so blue flame butterfly, and then there were white feather on fire, and then I saw pieces of coins, like ancient coins, coming in and out of the wall with like patterns in like I don't know what the heck. And then I saw this lava coming out of a volcano, and I kept laughing and I couldn't stop smiling, and I was not moving. Like I was just sitting in the sofa smiling like I was like yeah, exactly, like there was this coin, there was like this big gold coin with like a lot of pattern inside. It was like the flower of life, but it wasn't flower of life, it was like geometric squares. um it, it was wonderful, it was wonderful. And I took LSD long time ago before I took other mushrooms, but it was always in kind of rave situation. I wasn't that connected like I am now, to be honest, at that time. So uh, this time is the first time that I felt it really good. I was connecting and I was communicating with other layers of reality. It was very different. I took lots of drugs in the past when I was young. I saw all sort of shit, but it wasn't beautiful. It was okay, but it wasn't profound like this last time. Uh, I used to see I used to go in legal rave party in Italy in the mountains, like in the Dolomites or in the Alps. I've always been wild. I never been, yeah, different stages of my life. Um, I'm 31 now. Then I was 19, um, and I saw things, but it wasn't like this time. This time I felt, and that's why I'm so excited. I want to do it again very soon. Like I want to take tomorrow, or anyway I will take it by this week for sure, because yeah, exactly, it does open, it does something to you, it opens some part of you. I've always been spiritual. I mean, I was born awakened. I was born and I had visions, and i was I was always awakened. I never, when people say, oh, I'm going through my spiritual awakening, it's like, well, I was born knowing the shit. But life takes you in different place. Doesn't matter if you know things. Life try to shape you all the time. The system, the matrix, always try to put you into the matrix. So no matter if I was awakened, society pushed me in certain direction, and I couldn't move because I was living at home, I didn't have money, so you had to obey in a sense to the circumstances that you are in mostly. But of course, in 2019 is when I decided to just say fuck off to everything and everyone, and I awakened completely. Yeah, in 2019 I broke from the matrix completely. Quit my job, I became self-employed, and I was like, nope, I am the queen of my reality, and nobody will come into my life, and nobody will tell me what to do. Nobody will tell me how many hours to work. Nobody will tell me jack shit. And that is when I made the conscious decision of freeing my spirit. Yeah, because when you spiritually awaken to the truth that you have to become who you are meant to be, and you are meant to radiate the energy that you are meant to radiate, when you make that choice, the universe will say to you, are you ready to go to hell? And you have to be mentally prepared to do that, because that is what is going to happen. And after hell become the sunshine. After hell become the paradise. But you need to leave. Why do I say hell? Is because all the people that you grow up with will not understand you. Your family will not understand you. Your boss will not understand you. Nobody will. And you will be pointed at crazy by everyone. So that's why you go in hell after you choose to spiritually awaken. Because the universe is like, right, you can see your light now. You want to walk towards it, to walk towards it. There is just a little detail. Hell is in the middle. Oh, Lord Shiva. I got a lot of vision with Lord Shiva. Well, Lord Shiva came to me in multiple vision. I'm really close to Shiva, and mostly it's because when I was young, I used to speak with animal, and animal used to tell me stuff. But I was afraid of that gift, so I couldn't really speak about it because people thought I was mad. And in reality, I was just very little and very connected to nature. And Shiva uh, came to me many times, but because I was brought up in a Christian society, I never heard of Shiva. Uh, and I didn't know who he was because I was Christian. And I was brought up with the Bible. And I remember in my vision he came to me many times, all blue, with this moon on his head and a serpent in his hand. And he used to come next to me and sit next to me, and he used to tell me, that I was him, that I had everything he had. Uh, he told me that I was able to communicate with nature. He told me that I was highly spiritual gifted. He told me that I had 12 spirit guides around me. He told me that the snake was my friend and the snake would have been with me forever. He told me a lot of things, and you know I I had to, after my vision, I had to go to the internet and check. And I was like, who the fuck is this guy, this blue guy that come to me? And then I figured it out that it was Shiva. Yeah. And he saw me. um yeah, that's why he saw me, because I kept seeing snakes, and snakes are with me most of my life. And I how can I say, I shapeshift a lot. So I can be really nurture, I can be really loving, I can be really kind, I can radiate a crazy amount of love. But I can switch, and when I switch, people are afraid. And when I switch, is a totally another person. The two sides of Shiva. Shiva is the creator and the destructor. Like, I am afraid of my own self when I become the other side. um, I'm literally scared of my own. I still don't accept fully the fact that I have this power. No, snakes can tell you two things. Snake can tell you that there are snake around you in your environment, or snake symbolize you removing your, shedding your old beliefs, shedding old belief about yourself, old belief about your life, and also the power of the snake itself is really powerful. The snake, it's powerful, man. I mean, there is no coincidence if it was spoken uh, in the Bible. The snake is is an animal that has to um, how you say that, he walks in his belly. He doesn't even have arms. He's forced to, how you say that verbs in English? Yeah, he's forced to slide on the floor, but yet he doesn't have arms. He has just a body and a head, but yet he can kill you. So um uh, slider, yeah. So snakes has multiple properties, multiple message that can come to you and tell you something. But for me, I always was surrounded by snakes in my vision, in many dreams, and yeah, it's still taking me a while to accept my dark side. But every one of us has one. We have in every one of us, we have the divine masculine energy and the divine feminine energy. Your divine feminine energy is that energy of creation, passive. It's dark. It's fear. It's creativity. It's waiting. Is get pregnancy. Is like passiveness. And the divine masculine instead is achieve, obtain, goal, do. And we all have those two energy inside of us. And it depends, like, what you can ask yourself, how much of those two energy am I using in my life? Am I using most my divine masculine, or am I using most my divine feminine? Am I being too much on the go, achieve, and nothing into the reflection and calm and creativity? uh, oh yeah, the cat and panther often are the animal of the high priestess as well. Ah, thank you. No, it's not the yin yang. This is the divine masculine and the divine feminine energy, which we all have inside of us. We have a divine masculine and we have a divine feminine. And once they work together, they are the two triangle. One is upside, one is like this, is the divine masculine, and one is like that, is the divine feminine. When you overlap them, when you overlap these two triangle, you have the Star of David of the Hebrew. Uh, or the Kabbalah or whatever the fuck. There are even in everywhere. Those symbolism is everywhere in every religion because it's been misunderstood. And anyway, so the once you awaken both side of you, yeah, not is it the pentagram? Yeah, the star. Non-binary. Uh, you should. Sexuality doesn't need to have a label, people. Like, I don't know how to tell you this anymore. It's not that you are not a product for a shelf in a supermarket that needs a label on it. What is this fucking obsession that people you guys have of labeling who you are? Why do you want to label what? What do you want to label? You might like men and women, you might like one and the other, you might like none. You do not need to get a label to yourself. What do you feel? That is the important thing. uh, I want to make you free from this, because there is no need. When people ask me, what do you do as a job? Like, I do not do one job. So what do you want to know? Why do you want to label me? What is this urge that you have to label me? What is going to help you to understand who I am if you know what I do? Like, we do not need label in any form, in your spiritual life, in your relationships, in your job. You do not need any label, and you can just go with the flow and go with what you feel. hmm And so, for the topic of before about the divine masculine, divine energy, you can ask yourself how much you give importance and how much you explore these two sides of you. You have a divine masculine and you have a divine feminine, and you are able to use them both. And when both get activated, you become full, you become all. You get me? Bravo. This is what I say. Life is very volatile and fragile. I can fall on top of a stick in the ground and get fucking stabbed. We are nothing else that jelly cakes that walks, basically. So um, life is really too short to be taken too seriously. It's too short to be so controlled, categorized, put it in boxes, label, stickers. So it's even like people ask me, what is your pronouns? And it's like, what do you mean? I do not care how you call me. I really do not care how, like, it's not my problem. I do not have to call myself. So you better off figure it out yourself. Like, it's not my problem. I am me. I'm a woman. My pronouns can be the typical. um, but is even people telling me, oh, you must refer to me as a boy or as a girl. And it's like, well, you can demand me, or like you can gently ask me if I could call you like that, but in the end of the day, it's still my choice how I call the things around me. You understand? It's a bit an unpopular opinion that I have, but it's just like, truth is truth, isn't it? Like, I was walking with Sunny. Uh, it's a friend of mine. She is 1 year old, a little girl. She's called Sunny, and I was taking it at the park. And she's the daughter of one of my best friends. And there was this transgender guy sitting in a bench, and he was dressed up like a girl, of course. But when we were walking past him, I had Sunny in my hand, and I put it on the floor. And Sunny, she turned her head and she looked at the guy and she was like, "Man, man!" And I was like tearing with my eyes, like crying. And I was trying to pull it away. And I was like, "Shut up!" And I was thinking, like, this cannot be offensive though, because I mean, if you look like a man, like, I'm not offending you by saying men. You get me? Like, people take things way too personal sometimes, I feel. And we don't we cannot be so attached, and we cannot control other people's behavior. Like when I go live, there are plenty of people that come in and they're like, "Oh, you are a demon, or you are Jesus, you need Jesus." Um, you know, like I can get mad, but in a funny way, because I cannot control these people. I do not have the power, not either the energy to control the world, and it would be boring if everyone was enlightened and respectful and perfect. You know, it would be a fucking boring world. Like, yeah, I'm Italian and I live in UK. That's why. Oh, I don't know, but I find it funny. I don't know why they think that, but I find it really funny. For me, it's entertaining. I love it. Like when they come and they tell me you are a Dino, I'm like, yeah, run. So I think everything have a purpose. Even haters and even things that you cannot control, they might have a purpose. You understand? And people should be more chill and relax. Uh, and negativity is not necessarily bad all the time. Like that's why a lot of I don't get angry that much to the haters, because it would be boring and I cannot control the universe. Yeah, I love a cheese pizza. What did I wanted to tell you? Yeah, exactly. But that's why. Yeah, exactly. We can be way more relaxed and way more accepting, because in the end of the day I'm just accepting. Like I know I accept there are fanatic Christian out there. I accept there are, you know, all sorts of things, and I do not want to control them. I want to control myself. As long as I can do that, then it's okay. Yeah, because that's why I know there are good priestess. Sorry, I know there are good Christians as well. Um, yes, on here I will be live on here tonight. I know there are good Christians. I know there are good Buddhists. There are good and bad in every kind. There are good and bad aliens. There are good and bad spirits. There are good and bad people. There are good and bad Christian. There are good and bad girl. Good and bad man. Like there is no. This is everywhere. That's why we cannot leave this concept ever. Yeah, I mean, dark and light, the yin and the yang is in everything, is even inside of us. That's why the more you accept that, the more you flow. The more you accept that, like, there is darkness inside of you too. And you will always be the bad person for someone. In someone's story, every one of us has been the bad person. So the more you accept the darkness in you, the more you accept the darkness outside. The more you accept this dance of life, the more you become whole. Yeah, my love, you have a very different opinion compared to my opinion about the yin and yang. You keep saying that there is no darkness, and I'm afraid for you, but like for me, I've seen it. I've seen it. I've seen it in me, and I've seen it outside. I've seen it inside. I've seen it everywhere. And I know that this life is a dance between dark and light. But then, yeah, I mean, I was growing up in a Christian society. Italy is very Christian. And the I left that country. I left that country because I couldn't. I couldn't be myself because people wouldn't understand my level of spirituality, wouldn't understand my vision of the world. And so I had to leave Catholic Christian, yeah. I had to leave that country because I couldn't connect with people. I couldn't connect with. Oh, the symbol is misunderstood. Yeah, no, I know the symbol is misinterpreted. Yeah, I know. When I come live here, I try to open the mind of people, understanding that every religion there is a percentage of truth in it, and they were all trying to tell us something. But in the moment that something tried to divide you from something else, that is um, that is the um, that is that is the devil itself. We are not separate, and anything that tells you that we are separate, it's wrong. Only me, please go home. This is my home, my love, so you should go home too. But anything, even when I see spiritual guru that talks about, for example, that they will tell you, oh, sexuality is evil, you stop writing. I don't know that anything that, you know, even in spiritual people that tell you, oh, they put sexuality as a taboo, that it's still work of the devil, because there is nothing to hide. We are sexual creature. We come into this world through sexuality. So if our religion or our spiritual or whatever the heck doesn't consider spirituality, or they put it as a taboo, it's already a red flag. You already are afraid of something that is very, very, very natural. You are already dividing who we are. We were born with reproductive organs. It's nothing new. And whoever puts you in, in a mindset of fearing, uh, that is a red flag. So it's like the Christian make you fear the devil, that is a red flag. Whatever somebody make you feel, fearing something or dividing something or hiding something or repressing something, that is false spirituality. The real spirituality asks you to accept and comprehend the all. So there is no judgment. You understand? So it's like when people tell me, oh, so are you telling me that murdering people is okay? Are you telling me that raping people is okay? No, I'm not saying that it's okay, but that exists and it will exist forever. It's always existed and it will exist. The question that you need to ask yourself is how to fix it, how to improve it, how to understand it. Not pointing the finger and saying evil, evil. Well, that's not going to fix anything, is it? That is our stupidity, is when people are like, oh, so you're telling me to accept the darkness. And it's like, I'm not saying that we I'm not saying that is a good thing. I'm saying it exists. It always existed. Death, war, murder, rape, terroristic attack, Jewish people got burned. I mean, the evil, this darkness, it's with us. So the more you accept it, and instead of fearing it, you understand it, we might be able to improve. Because there is a reason if people rape. And it's society fault. It's our mental health fault. It's not the human itself. It's we get repressed, we get misinformed, we get suppressed, and then people rape. Priests are forced in Catholic Church not even to wank, and then we are surprised if they rape children. It's like telling to a tiger to stay in a room with bunny and starve. So once we understand the human being, the complexity of the human being, then we can understand why dark and light exist and what is the role that they play in our life. But fearing one or the other, it's not the right choice. Mm, you understand? So the the darkness is it's inside of you too. And the more you accept it and the more you see it and the more you integrate it with your light instead of suppressing it, the more you become yourself. Because I have my own shadow side, and for many people that shadow side is not acceptable, but I don't give a shit because it's my shadow side and I accept it and I integrate it with who I am and I'm proud of it. But many people don't like it, and it's okay. Hmm. Thank you, Chris. Um, can you give me a little bit of more likes? Can you tap the screen for me? And sharing my live as well if you fancy. Um, and so yeah, like what is your shadow side? What is that thing that makes you feel bad for doing it? And a lot of us, for example, because I coach a few people, it's like people would feel bad for saying no to other people. So that could be one of your shadow side. You're afraid to say no because you're afraid to make people hurting or something. But that is necessary. The darkness in you is necessary at times. That strength in you is necessary at times. My shadow side is necessary. That woman that I'm afraid of as well, but I need her. I need her because she's able to do things that I will not do. She's able to say things that I would not say. She's able to put boundaries that I wouldn't say. So every one of us has to discover their own dark side, how it works, how it protects you, and how is an illusion that society made you think that you are a bad person if you do this and that, and it's not true. Mm. Yeah, but even then, like, you can get drained if you try to help too much, if you give too much. There is always a balance, from giving and receiving. Your ability to give has to be equal to the ability to receive. If you are very good at giving and very bad at receiving, well, you are not in alignment. Um, because it means that in your head you are worthy of giving, you're not worthy of receiving. Thank you, beautiful. I mean, yeah. Yeah, they take advantage of your goodness. But even the fact that, like, if you don't know your dark side, you don't know what you're capable of, you know? Like, I said this many times, but I am also a webcam girl, and many spiritual people are threatened by that because they think that a spiritual person cannot be sexy, or a spiritual person cannot have an OnlyFans, or whatever the heck that they think about. Um, and my dark side is the things that make me put my feet down, and it made me say, I don't give a heck of how you conduct your life. You will not choose how I conduct my life. That is for sure. And my dark side is the side that many people get uncomfortable with. For example, that I am a spiritual person that are completely fine with getting naked in front of people. For some people, spiritual people have to be Ave Maria. And while I'm not. But you don't get to decide if I'm spiritual or not. You understand? And it's like this for many other things that I did in my life. If somebody want to shape me, they will have to face my evil side. And this is what every one of us have to do. You have to find out who you are and summon the dark side of you. And we cannot get shaped. And as long as you give to somebody the power to shape you, then the fault is your fault only. I had even people telling me, oh, you coach people and you don't have any certificate and you don't have a supervisor. It's like, people know because I say it. I am nothing and no one. This is who I am. And still people come to me and find great benefit from our session. I do not put people a gun in their head and I tell them you must come for a coaching with me. I do not even I don't even bullshit people saying, oh, I'm this, I'm that. I literally say I'm nothing and no one, therefore I'm everything. And if you feel that our session have a benefit or listening to me have a benefit, then I don't give a shit about the training. I don't give a shit about the certificate. I don't give a shit about a supervisor. Like, I can see that I'm able to empower people, and this is what I do. And they were constantly trying to doubt who I am, and this is what people will do. People will keep telling you, oh, you are not qualified, oh, but you cannot do that because you are a spiritual person, so you cannot get naked. It's like, I'm so fed up of yeah. I told someone that I am spiritual, and she said, due to the evil today, you must make good with God. Yeah. We are both. You know what you have to say next time? Just say, we are both. I take a tea with God and I take a tea with the devil. So I know them both. I'm fine with both. Uh, Energy don't lie. No, energy doesn't. What can you read? I read a lot of good. I mean, it's very good. I actually, you're amazing. Thank you. Thank you. But you see, like, I'm amazing with you because we are talking like, what, we are 38 people, 40 people in here. If I get exposed in a large scale, I know already what is gonna happen. Like, I mean, I know already the limitation of our belief system. Steven Samoana. Hi. um but yeah, this energy, this fire, anyway, we all have it inside. It can all be activated, and we can all get basically empower ourselves, empower both side of us, and also taking ourselves outside of that illusion that there is a good and bad. The point of the all is exactly that one. There is no good and bad. Galactic orders. Yeah, I mean, my spirit, so my galactic federation. uh, um, but yeah, religions and aliens are the same things. It's society ready to accept that? It's society ready to understand that aliens and gods and goddesses are the same things? Yeah, we're gonna try. We're gonna try to explain it. We're gonna try. They're gonna make content really soon. I think they will try to make content like in less than 5 years, probably. Are we ready psychologically? I don't know. Are the people gonna have a mental breakdown about that? I don't know. Shiva was an alien, you know. That's why I am the daughter of Shiva. I'm an hybrid too. I'm not totally human. They created us. Anyway, we will get there, people. We will get there. We will get there very soon. Anyway, I'm gonna go now to enjoy the rest of my day, and then no, you're not crazy, beautiful. No one of us is crazy. We are actually really, really centered. I'm here too. What do you mean? You keep saying I'm here, I'm here. Yeah, I see things in trees. Not all of them, but very wise trees. I mean, very old trees tell me stories. I've got plenty of stories on my YouTube if you want to cuddle up to bed at night. Um, I've got a lot of videos that I talk about my stories with trees. I've seen druids inside trees that decided to incarnate themselves into trees to maintain high the vibration, so they sacrifice their kind of afterlife to remain in this earth as a tree and just elevating the vibration. And I also saw story, I mean, they told me a lot of stories, a few in England, a few in Italy. um, Yeah, I communicate with trees. Not all of them speak though. Like not all of them, because this is a spotty person. Steven, what do you mean though? I'm here. What do you mean? Are you supporting me and give me energy? This is what you're doing? You're welcome, beautiful. Make sure you check my YouTube, and any love and like and comments would be really appreciated because it helps my algorithm. Um, and see you tonight.